Trading family, welcome to this week's analysis from the 4th of January 2021 to the 8th of January 2021. This week, traders, we're taking a look at the Euro USD, the British Pound USD, the USD Japanese Yen, the Australian Dollar USD, the New Zealand Dollar USD, gold and silver. And just a reminder, traders, to click down the bottom of each video, hit the play button to see the analysis. Thank you, traders. As always, a quick disclaimer. Today's analysis is for educational purposes only. All views and information is of my own opinion and should not be taken as investment advice. Forex is a high risk, high reward business, and you should never trade with money you cannot afford to lose. That being said, traders, let's get into this week's analysis. Trading family, here we have the British Pound USD. Now I've zoomed out on the monthly time frame. We're going to start on the monthly time frame on this pair just to show you the importance of the higher time frames. Remembering, traders, that the higher the time frame, the more weight the data carries, the more accurate the data. You can see here, traders, that price has been respecting this. I'll just get this happening here, traders. Beg my pardon. You can see price has been respecting this resistance trend line here since 2007. We can see here, traders, that price has now clearly broken through this resistance trend line and in fact broken through what was a very, very clearly defined wedge pattern. So that's the very first thing, traders. So here is the monthly time frame zoomed in. You can see here we had resistance at around this 135,140 area here on the monthly time frame. We can see here price had been respecting resistance. This resistance now has been broken, of course, and price has broken through 135,140 on the monthly and broken through this multi-year downward resistance trend line. So that's the very first thing to indicate that the bulls are well in control, given the fact that this is the monthly time frame and that this is the first time that this downward trend line, if you will, resistance trend line, has been broken since 2007. So that's the very first thing that we need to take into account. Traders will now go to the weekly time frame just to give us more evidence of the bullish bias on this pair. We can see here, traders, that this 134,800, which I have written about before, was a key resistance level on the weekly time frame. Through here, we had some resistance around here. We can see now, I did mention if we get a weekly close above 134,800 if we get a close above 134,800 on the weekly time frame, then we will take a long position on this pair. We can clearly see that price has now closed above this level as of last week through this candle here. In fact, we can see that price has not only closed above 134,800, but also closed above overhead resistance through here at 136,550. So we have confirmation on the monthly time frame. We have confirmation on the weekly time frame that we want to be taking a long position at some point on this pair. Whilst we're on the weekly time frame, traders, I want to point out to you our ultimate take profit target is up here at 143,500 through this double top here. So that will be our logical take profit target in due course. So we'll drill down to the daily time frame, traders, just to get more evidence of the fact that we want to be on the long side of this pair and what we may look to do over the course of the next trading week. So here we are, traders. I'll just get rid of all this stuff. On the daily time frame, as I mentioned before, 134,800 was significant resistance on the weekly time frame. We have support here at 132,900 all through this level here. Again, resistance here at 134,800 on the daily, and we had this support event area through this inside bar structure on the daily time frame itself. So what we're looking to do, traders, we are simply waiting for a price action buy signal to form at this 134,800 level. We haven't had the opportunity to enter the market yet. Now that we have a weekly close above this, we will be looking to enter the market long, whether it be an inside bar structure at this level here at some point over the course of next week, or in fact a retrace back down to 134,800 resistance, which is now acting as support through this candle here. The point being, traders, we are looking to go long given the fact that we get a significant buy signal. That could be in the form, as I said, in the form of an inside bar structure, a continuation signal, a pullback into resistance in the form of a bearish pin bar. I don't suspect, traders, that we will get a sucker setup. So I'm looking probably more than likely for an inside bar structure over the next few trading days over the course of next week to take a long position, and our target will be that double top that I mentioned about on the weekly time frame. So we have a very, very strong uptrend on this pair. I'm very bullish on this pair. We can expect some volatility, traders, now that we do have an agreement, a Brexit agreement between the EU and Great Britain. Of course, that needs to be ratified in Parliament yet, but that's a $1 trillion plus agreement that they have agreed upon. So we should find more stability now around the British pound. And the fact that this British pound has been quite volatile leading up to 4 years, leading up to this agreement, gives us an ideal opportunity to enter the market with less volatility. So traders, that's yet to play out, but I do have a very, very bullish bias. It's just a matter of waiting for a price action signal to occur. We won't chase the market. We will wait for our price action to fall into our trap, and we'll enter the market accordingly. And of course, I will let you know when that happens. But traders, this is a very, very dominant uptrend, and I see nothing preventing us from hitting our take profit target, which is the double top that I showed you on the weekly time frame. Thank you, traders. Traders, here we have the USD Japanese yen. First of all, we'll look at the monthly time frame to give us evidence of why we have a bearish bias on this pair. My bias indeed is bearish on this pair. We can see, traders, on the monthly time frame, we have this multi-year support trend line all the way through here. We can see here last month price has broken through and closed below this multi-year support trend line. That's very significant. That's the very first thing that we want to determine when looking at this pair. We can see here that this multi-year support trend line also coincided with this horizontal event area at 104,750 being previous support on the monthly time frame, and you'll see that when I draw down to the daily time frame. Support all through here. We can see the trend line coincides with this horizontal support. So this is a key the previous support event area, which of course price is now broken through and closed below on the monthly time frame. This support is now acting as resistance through this candle here. So that's the very first thing, traders. You can also see the logical take profit target, should in fact we get a sell signal, would be down here at the 101.180, which again is previous support through here and through here. And of course, once again, traders, you can see this horizontal support event area also coincides with this vertical, I beg my pardon, this support trend line where it intersects here, where the support trend line intersects with the horizontal event line. So again, that would be the obvious take profit target should in fact we get a sell signal. So traders, will now drill down to the daily time frame to give us more evidence to support our bearish bias on this pair. Before we get into that, traders, it's quite obvious. We just have a series of lower highs and lower low, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower highs through here, lower low, lower high, lower low, and so forth and so forth. So clearly we're in a downtrend. We're certainly not looking to go long at any stage at all on this pair as yet. As I mentioned before, our take profit target will be looking down towards the 101 180 support area. So traders, just in moving forward from a price action perspective, I'll take you through some of the relevant levels, and then we'll get into some analysis. You can see here we have resistance at 105.670 through here. Previous resistance zone is 104.750 that I spoke about on the monthly time frame, and 104.580 resistance through here, resistance through here, and through this period here. We have resistance here at 104.190, previous resistance through here, false break through this bearish pin bar here, and this area is also previous support. We have resistance here at 103.650 trades, which I spoke about last week in my analysis. I said, traders, that if this 103.650 area, which was previous support, continues to act as resistance through here, then that will open up 103.200, which of course that has, with price trading below that area as of last week. So in moving forward, traders, we're looking for two things to happen, one of two things to happen, either 103.200 to continue to act as or play the role, if you will, of short-term resistance. If that's the case, traders, we'll be looking for a continuation signal at or just below this 103.200. That'll be in the form of probably an inside bar setup, being a continuation signal, or in fact, we may get an inside bar setup. We may see price capitulate back down, and then quite potentially, given the historic movements of this pair, a false break back up through 103.20 and then head back down again. This false break would be in the form of either a reverse bearish pin bar or in fact a sucker setup. So that's one scenario. Should that play out, then we'd be looking to take a short position, again, either based on the continuation signal or a false break to the upside, take advantage of strength so we could sell on strength and then retarget 101.80. Or in fact, traders, we may see a pullback back to 103.650. This is a very significant area for us traders, 103.650. If we get a pullback in the form of a bearish reverse pin bar, not just a bearish pin bar, then of course we'll take full opportunity of that and we'll enter short, retargeting our take profit target of 101.180. Of course, that's yet to play out, traders. There's nothing to do right yet, but over the course of this week should in fact a sell signal form either below 103.200, where this area continues to act as resistance, or in fact a retest up here, and then either way we'll take advantage of that and short this pair, retargeting 101.180. Thank you, traders. Traders, here we have the New Zealand US dollar on the weekly time frame to start off. As I mentioned in my analysis, we have a bullish bias on this pair indeed. As I mentioned last week, traders, we're looking for a close above 7100 level on the weekly time frame rather, to confirm that the 7100, which was acting as significant resistance on the daily time frame, has in fact been nullified. Well, that in fact has happened with the close of last week. This is on the weekly time frame, traders, of price closing out the week at 72,410. So that's a significant sign for us. We wanted to get over that 7100 hurdle on the weekly time frame to confirm that resistance area had in fact been broken through, and you'll see that on the daily time frame in a moment. So traders, you can see here we have resistance at 7200 on the weekly time frame through here, where price was testing over the course of last week. We had price break through previous resistance through here, turn support through this bullish reverse pin bar here at 70600. Then we had previous resistance through here, turn support through here at 69440. So I'm moving forward, traders. Obviously, we are looking to go long on this pair. Should we get a sell signal on either the daily or the 4-hourly time frame, our take profit target, traders, would be logically placed, as you can see here, at resistance at 74300. This remains my target traders. It's just a matter of getting a buy signal. So we'll now drill down to the 4-hourly time frame, the daily time frame traders, and have a look at what's happened over the course of last week and more evidence to support our bullish bias. So just in zooming out, traders, you can see here the relevant resistant levels that I spoke about before. I did mention this 7100 last week, which is previous resistance turned support, where price had tried to break through this area on multiple occasions and failing. We did have a false breakout of that area through here, again, only to fail. So we wanted confirmation that the 7100 was going to continue to act as new support rather, but on the weekly time frame, given the fact that we had multiple attempts on the daily time frame to break through this area. Again, one false breakout here, more resistance, and then of course the continuation of the upward momentum on the weekly time frame. So that's all we need to know, traders, to confirm the fact that we want to be taking a long position. And moving forward, we can see here that on Friday, price has printed this bearish pin bar just here. So we'll look to take advantage of any weakness in price, traders, whether it be just above this 71710 local resistance just through here, which of course has really been nullified. We'll wait for a pullback back down here, or in fact a continuation signal above this level to go long, or indeed, traders, a pullback down to this significant 7100 area, once again now acting as support. So again, nothing to do, traders, on this pair right now, but this is on my watch list. I do have a very bullish bias on this pair, and I will be looking to take full advantage of any weakness, again, to allow us to buy on weakness. And that could be in the form, just to repeat myself, in the form of an inside bar structure as a continuation signal, or in fact any bearish signal retesting local resistance here at 71710, or support here at 7100. But of course, traders, in due course, I will let you know should that play out. Thank you, traders. Here we have the Aussie dollar, US dollar, firstly on the weekly time frame, traders, just to give you a macro view. Once again, like its counterpart, the New Zealand dollar, I'm very bullish on this pair. I'll go through the relevant areas. This is the weekly time frame trades we're looking at for now. Then I'll drill down to the daily as always. We can see here we have previous resistance at 77500, previous resistance through here, where price is now retesting, tried to retest over the course of last week. We can see here, traders, just while I've zoomed out, my ultimate take profit target, which I certainly believe we will get to at some point, is around here at the 81,200 area through this double top here. So I just wanted to show our logical take profit target in due course, traders, will be around this 81,200 area. So that's the first thing I just want to show you on the weekly time frame. We had previous support here at 7,500, which is very significant. Of course, that support turned into resistance, and now support again through this bullish pin bar here. So we'll just show that bullish pin bar, make it a bit more clear for you, traders. You can see here that we had the bullish pin bar just here form at this 7,500 previous support area. So again, that's very telling. The bulls are well and truly in control of this pair. So we'll now drill down to the daily time frame, traders, again, to get more evidence of our bullish bias on this pair. As we can clearly see, traders, I'll just zoom out. I'll just move this. Over the course of last week, traders, we had this immediate resistance here at 76400, which was acting as just short-term resistance. Price is now capitulated above that. We had this bearish pin bar form just here over the course of Friday. Again, whether that is going to result in price capitulating back down or not to retest resistance, now acting as potential new support, is yet to be seen. But regardless, traders, we will be taking a long position on this pair. As long as price stays above this 7,500 area, traders here, through this support, again, bullish pin bar just here, support through here, this area again was previous resistance, then we have a long bias on this pair as long as price stays above this 7,500. So in moving forward, traders, over the course of this week, we're looking for one of two things. Once again, very similar to our New Zealand USD potential trade, we're looking for a continuation signal above this immediate resistance here around the 76400 to take advantage of a pullback and then target the double top take profit I spoke about on the weekly time frame, or in fact, traders, a more stronger pullback back into previous support. And again, our first target, if should this happen, would be the 76,400, and then of course onwards to the double top that I spoke about. So traders, we're looking for either an inside bar continuation structure above here, or a pullback somewhere between immediate resistance here at 76,400, acting as new short-term support, or in fact a pullback back to 7,500. But either way, traders will take full advantage of this. Should in fact we get a buy signal, we'll look for a buy signal either on the 4-hourly or the daily time frame, traders, given the strong momentum on this pair. So at some point, we really haven't had that much of a buy signal without having overhead resistance previously. We now don't have any overhead resistance. We have smooth sailing until the double top that I showed you about at the 8,100 area. So as soon as we get a buy signal on the daily or the 4-hourly, traders, I will put this in the channel and we'll take full advantage of this very strong upward momentum this pair is experiencing at the moment. I can't see any reason at all. There is absolutely no indication that the upward trend on this pair, and indeed the New Zealand US dollar, will slow down anytime soon. It's just a matter of getting a buy signal that we trade to allow us to enter the market. But I'll let you know, of course, traders, in due course. Thank you. Trading family, here we have gold. As I wrote about in my analysis last week, my bias on gold is bullish. I did mention that we'd be looking for a close above this 1900 area on the daily time frame. We don't have that close as yet, of course, but you can see the gap over the weekend where price has, get rid of that, where price has opened. So all signs are that we are looking at a close above this 1900 area at some point. You can see this descending channel from the high to the high, the lows, where price has broken through the descending channel, and in fact where this trend line resistance, or resistance trend line, coincides at this intersection here with 1900 previous resistance on the daily time frame. So a close above this 1900, traders, as I've written about for quite a while now, is very, very important. Should we get a close above this on the daily at the end of the trading day, then we're looking to take a long position. Now, whatever form that will take, traders, I'm not sure yet, be it a continuation signal or a pullback, but we will be taking a long position, and we will be looking to retarget. I'll just make this a bit larger, traders. We'll be looking to retarget overhead resistance initially at around 1930, 1931, should in fact we get the opportunity to go long. Now we'll be taking advantage of the 4-hour time frame as well, traders. Not today. It'll be once we get a close above this 1900. We want to confirm close above it. You can see price has struggled to get above 1900, significant resistance for quite a while. That looks to be nullified now with a breakout, as I said, of this resistance trend line. So we will be retargeting 1931, and certainly should we get the momentum continue, we will be looking further at 1973.50. A break above 1930 would obviously expose 1973.50 and further. So I have a very bullish bias now. It's all going to depend, traders, on whether price can stay above this 1900 level here, 1900. Should that happen, then again, we will be taking a long stance. But there's nothing to do just yet on this on gold. But however, I do have a bullish bias, and I am certainly looking for the first opportunity I can to allow us to take a long position, whilst also maintaining a decent risk to reward and the proper stop loss placement. So traders, bullish bias indeed. There's no setup on this pair as yet. Monday is normally the structure day. Over the course of the week, should in fact I get a buy signal, of course I will let you know in due course, and we will take full advantage of the upward momentum that gold has at the moment. And I can't see it, once again, I can't see this slowing down anytime soon. As we approach every overhead resistance, clearly we're going to get pullbacks. For me, buying gold on pullbacks is where it's at. So we're waiting for a pullback to buy on the dips, to take advantage of the weakness, to allow us to buy on weakness. Thank you, traders. So that's it for gold. Again, there's nothing to do just yet on this metal, but we certainly are looking to take a long-term stance, a long trading stance on this pair at some point. Thank you. Trading family, here's my analysis on silver. As I wrote about in my previous analysis, I am certainly bullish on silver. At the moment, I wrote that we were looking for a close above 21,600 resistance to act as support for us to warrant taking a long stance on this this metal. We could see here, just in zooming out, we have resistance here, overhead resistance at 27,400 through here, through this area here. We have resistance here at 28,890 through here, and then overhead resistance at 29,850. So in moving forward, traders, we are certainly looking to take advantage of the momentum of this pair, and we are certainly, as long as price stays above 2,600, traders, we are looking for a price action buy signal to first initial target 27,400. A close above 27,400 on the daily time frame will obviously expose 28,890. But ultimately, traders, I think we have a lot of potential on silver, certainly to reach 29,850 levels and beyond. So in moving forward, traders, we're certainly looking to take advantage. As I said before, I'll just get rid of all that stuff, traders. Certainly looking forward to take advantage of all of the upward momentum so far. So as soon as we get a buy signal, we do in fact, traders, have this inside bar structure here as of the close of last week. I haven't done any numbers yet, but that is a good continuation signal. So should in fact we get a decent risk to reward, we very well may enter the market based upon this inside bar structure here. Again, I'll do my analysis after I do this and my weekly analysis, but I certainly do have a bullish bias, and it's only a matter of time, traders, until we take a long position on gold. So again, just to repeat myself, as long as this 2,600 remains intact as support, which was previous resistance, then our bias is bullish indeed. We do have support here at 2,500. Again, traders, another key level. So one of two things, traders, we either take advantage of this momentum through this inside bar structure, or another potential future inside bar structure at some point, or a pullback, obviously, to allow us to buy on weakness to 2,600, or in fact down to 2,500. But we'll just see how that plays out, traders. But our first initial take profit target, should we get a decent risk reward, will obviously be 27,400, 28,890, and beyond over the course of 2021. But again, traders, very bullish bias on silver. It's just a matter of wait and see whether we get a setup that is in congruence with our trading edge. And when we do that, I will send it through to you guys in the channel, and we'll take full advantage of the upward momentum on this particular metal. Thank you, traders.